Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tips for Truthers. I think this is episode 5 now. I'm not totally sure off the top of my head. But last episode, we talked about how be open to being wrong a lot, basically, and how your opinions can change over the years. And it was really more of a general tip on how to actually process the information personally. Now that's been said, I think this next tip is a lot more pertinent to how to share the information with others. So this is about this is the personal one as well as something more akin to how others will react. And the tip I have for you is be extremely careful with how you handle this information. The truth is a volatile weapon, and people will get defensive if you start waving it around in their face, forcefully. The truth is a dangerous weapon, and it's also a very delicate thing as well as being a dangerous weapon. It's sensitive. You have to handle it with care. Okay, you can't be forceful. It doesn't work. No one. It's that old thing, isn't it? No one was ever convinced of anything through an argument. All arguments ever serve to do is just bolster the individual's personal belief and make them hunker down and double down on it. That's all that ever really happens when you argue with somebody, try to change their mind about something. And I think we've all been there. I think people who start to learn things, especially in the beginning, in the first year or so of waking up, we'll say, to use that phrase, that very old term now in the truth movement, but when someone starts to open their eyes and wake up and come out of their slumber, for the first time, it's not uncommon to want to scream from the rooftops what you've learnt, and go running to your friends and family and trying to shake them awake and say, wake up, please wake up, see what I see, you need to see what I see, like everything's awful, everything's corrupt, we're being played, we're being taken for fools, please just wake up. And what naturally happens, and this has happened to all of us, is that person you're trying to wake up resents you, hates you, and starts arguing with you and calling you crazy because you, in their defense, look crazy. You do, from their perspective, you seem like you've lost your mind, and they don't want to be like that. They don't want to listen to what you say and believe what you say, because then they risk looking like you do right now, crazy. And they don't want to be perceived how they're currently perceiving you, so they shut down and they get defensive and they defend the lie, they defend the corruption, the conspiracy, because they don't want to believe that everything they know to be true is not true. So if you have learnt this information, you are now somebody who's got the truth. You need to be an ambassador for the truth. You need to present yourself in a way that makes the truth look like something people want to know. And if you're not careful with the truth, you'll hurt people. And you'll probably hurt yourself along the way by losing people. You will, the truth is sharp. It's a sharp, cutting thing. It cuts deep, and some people aren't ready for that kind of surgery. They don't want a 10 blade taking to their personal, deep-rooted beliefs, and they don't want to have it surgically removed by you screaming the truth down their ear. So people will get defensive and they will defend the lie. Okay, you have to be prepared for that. When you first wake up, if I've got you early enough with this video, and you're one of the lucky few, stop before you start telling anybody what you know. Don't do it. Don't do it now. You will lose your loved ones and friends and family. Just stop now, okay? And you need to seriously think about how you're going to tackle this before you open your mouth. Because this is the problem. It's all well and good telling your friends and family, but then what about when your workmates find out what you believe because you couldn't keep your mouth shut? What about when your bosses start discovering the type of things you like to talk about and think about? What about your future prospective bosses start to see the things you've posted all over Facebook before they hire you? You could suffer some serious consequences if you're not careful. Okay? The whole point of the truth and the truth movement is that there are people out there who have intentionally suppressed it, and people who say it are their enemy. Okay? You are going against their will and agenda when you start to tell the truth. Okay? And naturally that means people will be out there who are going to put you down and try to stop you from telling the truth, and they will... Sorry, some guy almost wiped me out there. They will try to stop you. They'll, if not because they are part of the agenda, literally and knowledgeably, there are spiritual forces at play that will influence people to put roadblocks in your way. And if you're out there spitting the truth loud and proud, left, right and centre, you will suffer some serious consequences, because it's like running into anywhere, brandishing a weapon and firing it off. Other people are going to get out their weapons and fire them off at you. That's what it is. That's how powerful this thing is. That's how dangerous the truth is to some people. You'll get the nefarious characters who want to shut you down instantly, because they work for the agenda, literally. You'll get those people who want to shut you down instantly because they have spiritual forces working in their minds to influence them to do that type of thing. And then you'll have people who will shut you down instantly and attack back at you simply because they love the lie. And they feel warm and fuzzy and comfortable living in the lie. And you coming along with the flamethrower is just, well, why would they like you? You're ruining their good time, And they will hate you for it. And they'll do anything they can to shut you up. But that's what we do when we first learn the truth. We do just go out there and assume everyone else wants to know. And we start telling the truth as loud as we can, and we start ranting and raving to people about it, and we wave the truth around like a sharp sword, and everyone's like, whoa, trying to dodge it, like this guy needs to calm down, and you end up losing friends and family and opportunities and all sorts. Your life can get very bad very quickly. So I'm hoping, if you're fresh and new and you haven't caused too much damage yet, this message reaches you in time. Basically, shut up, keep it to yourself, and look for those who are like-minded and agree with you already. Because this is the thing about truth, okay? You are not going to be able to convince anybody of it. An individual has to want to know themselves first, and if they want to know the truth, they will find it. Just like what happened with you. No individual person in your life convinced you when you really think about it. You convinced yourself slowly through your own actions and researches and steps to go forward and find it. And it's the same for everyone else. It's a personal journey. It really is. And it's sad, because I know we want to let our loved ones know. We want to let our loved ones know the truth. We want our parents and our brothers and sisters and spouses and children, or whatever it is, your grandparents, we want them to know. We don't want them to be deceived. But that's just the world we live in, unfortunately. It's a personal journey. And it's all well and good. One, I suppose, tactic I've learned over the years is that if you want people to take truth topics seriously and you want to teach them, then let them know that you know a few things, or that you question narratives once, and that's it. Leave it. And then when they begin to question narratives, you will be the person they come to for answers, and that's all you have to do. That's the best you can do, okay? Now, if you are going to go out there and make a YouTube channel, let's say, or a podcast or a page, don't share it with your friends and family. Share it with other people who are not in your immediate friend circle. Wake everybody else up around your social life, okay? You'll do a lot of good and save a lot of people, okay? They don't have to be the people who are on your Facebook friends list. It's best to keep that separate, okay? Just so your life does not get ruined, because it will. And you're not good to anybody once your life is in shambles, alright? You're not going to be able to help anybody from that position. So if you're a content creator, focus on saving people outside of your immediate realm. Let strangers you've never met before subscribe and listen and follow and comment and interact with them. Okay, keep it away from your personal life and group, and you will help a lot of people, thousands of people. Like, you know, I do myself. You know, I have 12,000 subscribers. And I have a great community, and none of them are my friends and family. You know, it's for good reason. You know, and you'll understand that if you get to that position. But I would recommend you just leave it out. So this piece of advice, you know, be careful with the truth. Handle it with care. It's a seriously powerful weapon, and people will get defensive when you use it. Okay, prepare for that. Just be careful. Be careful with the information. Anyway, guys, that's this week's piece of advice. I'll be back next week. Thanks for listening, and as always, God bless.